The mystery of no, from the perspective of affirmations and awareness. Welcome to this space, here and now. And perhaps even now, you can begin to notice how this feels. To be present with a thought that seeks not only meaning, but also depth. The meaning behind the silence. The true purpose behind affirmations. When we say an affirmation, whether aloud or as an inner dialogue, we're not merely using words. The aim is not to convince ourselves of something, but to invite consciousness to connect with a possibility that already lives within us. An affirmation is a compass pointing from the present moment toward the most complete version of the future, but without losing the now. It's not a fleeing from something. It's not about what we don't want. It's about who we are becoming, while already being that now. The word no and the mind. Many have heard, maybe you too, that we shouldn't use or use negative words in affirmations. This is often misunderstood, because the word itself doesn't create. It is the state of consciousness behind it that does. The word no is simply a linguistic tool, a form, a sound, neutral in itself. But if the thought, I don't want to be sick, is rooted in fear, then it is fear that resonates, not the word don't. The universe isn't foolish. It doesn't ignore meaning, but it is sensitive to the frequency you emit. When you say, I'm not good enough, that's an affirmation. But when you say, I no longer identify with self-doubt, that becomes a liberating understanding. The difference isn't in the word no. The difference lies in the level of awareness from which that sentence is born. The subconscious and the language of yes. When we work with the deeper layers of the mind, the subconscious, it is the realm of images, sensations, and emotions that governs, not just words. That's why constructive, positive affirmations are most effective. I am health. Every cell in me carries wholeness. I am safe. In those moments, it's not about what we reject, but about what we invite in. So when you create a real affirmation, don't fight the past. Don't repeat, I don't want to suffer anymore. Instead, peace has found a home within me. I now choose ease. The fear behind the word no. In talks, I often hear, I never use the word no because it's harmful. But that, too, is a belief rooted in fear. Because if we're afraid to use something, we haven't yet truly understood it. Fear and consciousness cannot coexist within the same sentence. If we positivize from fear, we're only giving resistance another face. Eckhart Tolle might put it this way: enlightenment doesn't come from having positive thoughts. It comes from no longer identifying with negative ones. Closing practice. Conscious presence and inner affirmation. Now I invite you to join me in a short inner practice. Allow yourself simplicity. Take a deep breath and another. Notice your body sitting here. There's nowhere else you need to be. Nothing else you need to be. This is enough. Now gently repeat within, with a soft inner voice. I am present. I allow all that is not me to become quiet. I am not my fear. I am not judgment. I am the silence behind the thoughts. I see clearly. I am free. The power of presence lives in me. Notice how these words do not program you, but awaken you. They do not force anything. They simply reveal what has always been there. Final thought. So, in the end, it's not the words that matter most, but the inner space from which the words arise. You may use the word no if it comes from clarity, and let it go if it comes from fear. An affirmation is not a magic spell. It is a reminder that you already are what you long to become. Stay in this stillness for just a moment longer, because this may be the deepest affirmation you've ever spoken. The silence itself.